This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of MSPN Digital Television and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of MSPN Digital Television.
Turn it over to the broadcast booth for the pregame show on MSPN Digital Television.
All right, welcome to day one of the 2025 Pete Invitational Tournament here at Starring and Bank Field. My name is Mike, and we got game one of pool play here at Starring and Bank Field. It'll feature the two teams you see on your screen right now. Bayport, post 491 out of the Bayport, Stillwater, Minnesota area, and Bloomington, post 550. And then it'll also feature the Bismarck Governors, as well as the Fargo Post 400 Stars. And we got all 8 games today, tomorrow, and Sunday for you right here on MSPN Digital Television. Let's take a break, come back, get you introduced to the umpires, and we'll get you those starting lineups right after this. Stay tuned. We're coming right back.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back. We're live here for day one of the 2025 Pete Invitational. They are right now introducing the Bloomington Post 550 in the primary yellow with baby blue numbers out trimmed in black and white pants with a white hat. They will be the visiting team on the scoreboard today. So let's go through the lineup here. So batting in the top of the order at 1, 2, and 3, it's going to be the second baseman, number 28, Will Vogel. The right fielder, number 16, Brendan Lucas. And the third baseman, number 9, Dylan Larson. In the middle of the order, 4, 5, and 6, is the designated hitter, number 32, Ethan Agri. The center fielder, number 7, Patrick Simmons. The first baseman, number 2, Ryan Sheehan. Then the bottom of the order is the 7, 8, 9 batters. Left fielder, number 11, TJ Frine. Catcher, number 4, Jack Frine, and the shortstop, number 17, Ray Jones. Your starting pitcher for Bloomington Post 550 here in game one of the 2025 Pete Invitational will be number 10, Tegan Yoder. Reserves for Bloomington Post 550 is number 1, Jojo Taverna. Number 6, Tyler McGovern. Number 14, Bjorn Golden. Number 25, Max Meyer. And number 34, Jack Latterlell. And those are your starting lineups there for Bloomington Post 550. For Bayport, they're in the red jerseys with white numbers, white pants, and a red and white hat. And your starting pitcher on the mound is going to be Jack Cruz. He'll be tossing him into the glove of number 22, Owen Maslowski. And then at first base, you got number 20, Brody Eviola. The second baseman is number 13, Brady Dagg. The third baseman is number 24, Tanner Kahn. The shortstop is number 3, Trey Hogendorf. The left fielder will be number 14, Ryan Van Gust. The right fielder will be number 6, Braden Tatro. And the center fielder will be number 25, Jesse Maddox. The reserves for Bayport will be number 23, Luke Adams. Number 2, Alex Oakey. Number 12, Gus Gregg. Number 15, Caleb Jonke. Number 4, Marcus Toff. Number 16, Don Tambero. Number 9, A.J. Levy. Number 5, Brendan Peterson. Number 17, Carter Nelson. Number 7, Chase Edstrom. Number 11, Henry Mestad. Number 21, Lucas. I didn't ask about this name. I must have missed it. Schlisting. If I'm saying that wrong, I apologize. I'm going to go with Schlisting. And then number 10, Max Prideaux. Our PA announcer today is Will Vogel. Our umpires for today are Ryan Ingeman as well as Gary Brooks. And the first pitch is a ball. It comes across at 4:59 p.m.
76 degrees at first pitch.
And there'll be ball 2. Once again, it's Jack Cruz pitching. There's a strike. 2-1 the count now. Once again, 77 degrees, a sunny sky. We do have some chance of some thunderstorms, but not until about 10 p.m. It'll be overnight storms, so we'll see how that affects potential games here in the tournament at 2 of the fields. We'll be fine here at Starry Bank Field unless we get a really heavy downfall. Then we might get some puddles in the outfield. West Fargo will be fine because they have a turf field. It's the other 2 fields in the tournament that we're not sure about how the weather would affect them. That will be a base hit out into left field for Will Vogel.
Batting second, number 16, right fielder Brendan Lucas.
Here's Brendan Lucas now, 1 minute into the game. Once again, the runner on is Will Vogel on first base with that base hit to left field. It's the first hit of the game, comes 1 minute in. Lucas, this is Dylan Larson. I'll see Ethan Augrey, if I'm saying that correctly. I did talk to the PA announcer who talked to the 2 coaches, so we'll see when Ethan steps up to the plate what our PA announcer says and see if I remembered it correctly. So 1 ball and no strike here to Brendan Lucas. Once again, Bloomington batting in the yellow jerseys and Bayport out in the field right now in the red jerseys is how you can identify the 2 teams here. 2 balls and no strikes now here to Brendan Lucas, which is exactly the way they started it off with Will Vogel. And for those tuning in from the Bloomington area and or the Bayport Stillwater area or other parts of the country where you may be fans of those 2 teams, we certainly wish your 2 teams the best of luck. There's another base hit on the left field and back-to-back base hits will put 2 runners on here.
Batting third, number 9, third baseman Dylan Larson.
These 2 teams combined have 21 wins and 3 losses. I think Bloomington's 10-1, and then Bayport, I believe, is 11-2. I'd have to double check that. I was from pulling it from memory last night, trying to do research on these teams as best as I was able to. And it sounds like we have a bunch of cats out there. Some fans going meow. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just open the press box door because it sounded like it was coming from outside our press box, but 2-1 the count now here. Dylan Larson, once again, 2 runners on. It's Will Vogel on second, Brendan Lucas on first. We're in the top of the first, still no score, nobody out. And 2 hits, both to left field here for Bloomington Post 550. And that one's a little bit low, and now we're at 3 balls and a strike here for Dylan Larson. And a high fly ball to right field. And that will be out of play and foul, and will be good for strike 2 now. Full count here to Dylan Larson, the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, and he got him. That puts the first out on the board.
Batting fourth, number 32, designated hitter Ethan Agri.
Ethan Agri. So I did say it wrong, and I apologize. Ethan Agri, the batter. They say if you say something 21 times, you'll remember how to say it. So if I say his name a lot here in this at-bat, that will be the reasoning for it. So, and the first pitch here to Ethan Agri will go in for strike one. 0-1 now the count here to Agri. Once again, Will Vogel on second, Brendan Lucas at first, Ethan Agri the batter. No balls, no on strike as Jack Cruz, the pitcher for Bayport, winds and delivers the 0-1, and Agri will swing and foul it off, and the first base side out of play for strike number 2. So no balls and 2 strikes now here to Ethan Agri. Patrick Simmons is the batter on deck. Agri and Simmons represent batters 4 and 5 in the lineup here. No balls and 2 strikes as Cruz gets the signal here from Maslowski. Looks back at the runner at second and delivers. That one's going to be popped up. Shallow right field. Running in is Tatro. And that ball will fall for a hit. And that will load the bases. We'll see if they charge that as a hit or an error. Yep, that will be a hit like I originally thought. So now the bases are loaded here.
Fifth, number 7, center fielder Patrick Simmons.
Will Vogel on third, Brendan Lucas on second, Ethan Agri, the runner on first, runners on for Bloomington. 1 out, and no balls, no strikes, and that's going to miss outside for ball 1 to Patrick Simmons. Got Ryan Sheehan on deck. Simmons and Sheehan are batters 5 and 6 in the lineup here. 1 out, no double plays happen. We'll see Sheehan next. And the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. So they'll even up the count of the ball and a strike here to Simmons. Already 3 hits in the game here for Bloomington, and we're still in the top of the first with 1 away. And the pitch, and that will miss for a ball, and it's 2 balls and a strike. And that's a well-hit ball to right field. It'll drop for a base hit. That will score Will Vogel from third. It will be an RBI single. All the runners will advance 90 feet, and it's 1-0 Bloomington.
Batting sixth, number 2, first baseman Ryan Sheehan.
So it scores the run, moves Lucas to third, Ethan Agri up to second. Simmons on first with the RBI single to right field, and Ryan Sheehan the batter now. And the pitch will miss for a ball. It's 1-0. Once again, 1-0 lead for Bloomington here on the Mandy's of FargoND.com scoreboard, where you can find something for everyone. And the 1-0, swing and a miss, 1-1. For those of you not familiar with MSPN, we broadcast sports all across North Dakota and western Minnesota. And we've been doing it since 2017. We have broadcasted a little over 2,800 games in that time frame in 11 different sports. This is a pop-up, high pop-up. Brady Dagg, the shortstop, runs in. He gets called off by E. Viola, the first baseman, and that puts out number 2 on the board. All the runners will stay put.
Number 11, left fielder TJ Fry.
TJ Frine will be the batter now. And so in addition to all that, we do our best to stay neutral. I know nothing about either of these two teams other than their jersey colors, and so I don't have a rooting interest. We don't have sponsors that would potentially make you believe that we lean one way or the other. So with that said, I hope you enjoy the broadcast, and best of luck to both of the teams here in the contest. And there's nobody covering first. Nobody covering first. And TJ Frine gets on with a lucky base hit infield single that you don't see too often.
Batting eighth, number 4, catcher Jack Fry.
What should have been a routine 1-3 ground out resulted in an RBI infield single. And now TJ Frine on first and Jack Frine the batter. 2 away here. And the pitch, and this one skied up and fouled away off the third base side and out of play. And that'll be good for strike number 1. And that one's also going to be fouled off to the exact same spot the previous pitch was. And we go to an 0-2 count now here to Jack Frine. If Frine can reach base, Ray Jones would be the potential next batter here in the top of the first. Already a 2-0 game, 2 runs on 5 hits, and the bases are loaded. And the pitch will hit the edge for a strike, and that will strand 3 runners on base. And we will go now to the top of the first, or bottom of the first, excuse me, here on MSPN Digital Television. 2-0 Bloomington on the MandyZafargoND.com scoreboard, and we'll be back in a moment. Stay tuned. We're coming right back.
Here's your chance to support MSPN Digital Television in one of 3 ways. First, everyone can subscribe to the MSPN YouTube channel absolutely free. Second, individuals and families can choose one of 3 monthly YouTube memberships. Third, local businesses can choose one of 2 monthly YouTube sponsorships. Visit our YouTube channel and look for and click the Join button to select the option that's best for you. For more information, or to get answers to your questions about MSPN memberships and sponsorships, give us a call today at 701-491-6776.
It's a nice sunny day here at Starring Bank Field in South Fargo, and we got day 1 of the 2025 Pete Invitational Tournament here. And this first game features the Bloomington Post 550 and Bayport Post 491. Bayport in the red, Bloomington in the yellow. And your starting pitcher here for Bloomington will be Tegan Yoder. He'll be tossing them into the glove of Jack Frine. Then around the bases at first, we got Ryan Sheehan at first base. Will Vogel at second. Ray Jones is the shortstop. Dylan Larson you can find over at third. In the outfield, you got TJ Frine in left, Brendan Lucas in right, and Patrick Simmons in center field. First 3 batters for Bayport here that Tegan Yoder will face will be Trey Hogendorf, Brady Dagg, and Tanner Kahn, I believe. We'll find out if I'm right, if I remembered correctly. So we're 13 minutes in now here, and Bloomington has the 2-0 lead. It's Trey Hogendorf, the leadoff batter. I think whatever song they're playing has, I don't know, maybe I just have something with animals today, but I heard cats meowing earlier, and I thought that song had dogs barking in it. 1 ball and no strike. Hopefully it's just a first inning thing. I don't know. Two balls and no strikes here to Hogendorf. And that pitch will hit the inside edge of the plate. We're at 2-1 now here. in the 2-1 delivery, and that is going to be batted foul, and we'll move to 2-2 on the count here. So 2 balls and 2 strikes for Tegan Yoder against Trey Hogendorf. Tegan Yoder, excuse me, and he'll get him on a strikeout. Nicely done there by Yoder. Goes down looking, brings up Brady Dagg.
Number 13, second baseman Brady Dagg.
Here's the first pitch to Dagg. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Once again, I want to say thanks to our sponsor, FM Convention and Visitors Bureau, for being a sponsor of this broadcast here between Bloomington and Bayport. And that is a swing and a miss for strike 2. So down on the count, 0-2 quickly here is Dagg against Yoder. 1 away. And that one's a little bit low, so we'll move to 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Dagg. Sunny and 77. I believe I said earlier that we would have a chance of thunderstorms later tonight. Around 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. is that chance of severe storms with hail and rain and potentially more than that. But like I said, as long as it's not like a hurricane downpour, we should be just fine at this field. Starry Bank Field, turfed on the inside, a grass field in the outside. So the problems that we do have for weather here at this particular field is if we do get a really heavy downpour, there could be a potential for puddles in random spots of the outfield, which in some cases makes the field unplayable, but in most cases we're just fine. And that's a similar scenario with Youngfield over in West Fargo. Here's the payoff pitch, and right over towards the shortstop, Ray Jones. He'll fire it over for the 6-3 ground out. We have 2 down now here in the bottom of the first for Bayport, and that'll bring up Tanner Kahn. Did I get it right, Mr. Brad Anderson?
Number 24, third baseman Tanner Kahn.
Yes, I did. Awesome. Jack Williams Stadium, which is the home for Fargo Post 2. If we do get those thunderstorms, yikes, I don't know what would happen there. That field is not the field to get a thunderstorm on it. Oh, and a mishandled there by Ray Jones, and that'll be an error. And that's the first error of the game, and Tanner Kahn will reach on an error. It's the first base runner of the game here for Bayport. And it's going to bring up Owen Maslowski. So still a 2-0 game now here. Yoder will take a peek at first. And he'll deliver ball 1 here to Maslowski. So 1 ball, no strikes. Jack Williams Stadium is grass infield, dirt on the base paths, kind of where you see the brown turf here. That's where the dirt is there, and then they got a grass outfield as well, and they are right by the river as well. Like if you hit a home run to left field, it's possible you'll dump that baseball into the river. So they have had issues in the past with flooding, and that kind of stuff. So fingers crossed that they don't get rained out. Matson Field in Moorhead is the 4th location of the 2025 Pete tournament, and they have a similar situation as Fargo Post 2's field, only they're a little bit further away from the river. So strike 2 called, 2 balls and 2 strikes. They're hoping in the next 1 to 2 years here that the outfield at Starry Bank Field will also be turfed, and then once that project gets done, they'll put a patio deck out in the left field area. We already have one in the right field area, so that's some of the improvements planned here for Starry Bank Field. 2-2 to Owen Maslowski. So if you get a chance to come out here, by all means, check it out and steal an idea or two for your field if you wish. And that will be a infield single, as Dylan Larson wasn't able to get it over. Oh, no, they will charge an error, okay? Oh, no, they won't. It will be a hit. It will be a hit like I originally thought. So Maslowski on with an infield single, and that puts runners on first and second now here for Bayport. And being down 2-0, we'll see if they can, or runners on the corners, excuse me. Being down 2-0, we'll see if they can get one of those runs in. Hard ball, bouncing ball down the first base line. It'll bounce foul. And we'll be at no balls and a strike here to Ryan Van Gunst. So Ryan Van Gunst, representing batter 5 in the lineup. And a throw up to second, and that will allow him to steal second. And the hold by Will Vogel will keep Tanner Kahn over at third. So now a base hit could potentially tie this game here. And we'll see if Van Gunst can get that base hit. 2 outs, so it's going to be up to him. And right up the middle, he will get the base hit. Tanner Kahn will come in to score. Rounding third is Owen Manslowski. We have a 2-2 ball game. A 2-run single for Ryan Van Gunst.
Number 20, first baseman Brody Eviola.
Brody Eviola is the batter now. We're number 20, steps into the batter's box here. 2 away in a 2-2 ball game. Not a bad way to start the 2025 Pete Invitational Tournament. 1 ball, no strikes here to Brody Eviola. Once again, for the Minnesota fans watching, if your Minnesota team makes it to the Central Plains Regional, you can watch those games right here on MSPN Digital Television, as they'll be played right here at Starry and Bank Field as well. 1 ball, no strike, and now a balk has been called, and that will move Ryan Van Gunst up to second base. Once again, the batter is Brody Eviola. Jack Cruz is the batter on deck. Eviola and Cruz are batters 6 and 7 in the lineup here for Bayport. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the windup from Yoder. Swing and miss, strike 1. That'll even the count up at 1-1. A little bit windy. You can hear that through our field mics that pick up the sounds of the game. And unfortunately, wind is the sound of the game today, I guess. So 1-1, fouled back. It'll be 1-2 now here to Eviola. Got the Twins game. I think they're live. I'll have to double check in a commercial break. And I think he went too far in his swing, and he did. So they will strand 1 on base. It'll be a strikeout, and that will end the first inning of play. 23 minutes. 2 runs on 2 hits on 1 Bloomington error, and they leave 1 on base, and we're tied at 2 here after 1 on MSPN Digital Television. We'll be right back.
It's payback time. Does that bother you? Does that bother you? Does that bother you? Does that bother you? Does that bother you?
It's not fun being the target of rude behavior. Sports has many traditions, but bad sportsmanship isn't one of them. This message brought to you by MSPN Digital Television.
All right, welcome back. Top of the second. It'll be batters 9, 1, and 2 for Bloomington. We'll start off with Ray Jones.
Bloomington batting ninth, number 17, shortstop, Ray Jones.
Once again, sunny skies and what did we say, 70-something? 76 right now. Must have dropped a degree. I thought I said 77 earlier. But still about the same. Ground ball to Hogendorf at short. And it will be, no, he's safe. He's going to run it out, and they will charge a throwing error to Hogendorf at short. So Ray Jones will reach on an error.
Second baseman, number 28, Will Vogel.
Back to the top of the order, Will Vogel. So Jack Cruz, 30 pitches for the first 9 batters here on Bloomington's batting lineup. And Vogel got the game started with a single to left field. And a strike is called. 0-1. Throw to second is not in time. Pitch came across as a ball. It's 1-1. Ray Jones advances to second. Brendan Lucas on deck. We'll see him for sure. And a strike is called for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now here to Will Vogel. Once again, our umpires today are Ryan Ingeman and Gary Brooks. I did not get a chance to see who's doing which, and I can't tell from looking up here who's where. That's a fair ball into left field. Rounding third is Ray Jones. He will score to give Bloomington the lead back.
Right fielder, number 16, Brendan Lucas.
So Vogel with back-to-back singles. This time he gets an RBI out of it. And Brendan Lucas, who also got a single to left field last time he was up, is batting again. So he's 1 for 1. He's going to left field again and running after it. He stumbled, and Jesse Maddox, the center fielder, will get by him. And that will be a double for Brendan Lucas, pushing Will Vogel over to third. Another base hit and 2 runners in scoring position as a result. Dylan Larson struck out swinging last time he was at the plate.
Dylan Larson.
7th hit of the ball game already. We're only in the top of the second here for Bloomington. So if we've learned one thing about Bloomington Post 550, they can hit the baseball. And there's another smash into center field. That's going to score Will Vogel, and they're going to send Lucas from second, and 2 more runs score, and it is now a 5-2 ball game. 3 back-to-back hits, 2 to left and 1 to center, and 3 runs score on those 2 hits.
Number 32, Ethan Agri.
So this results in an 2-run RBI single for Dylan Larson. And another fly ball to center. This one should be caught by Maddox, and it is. And that is out number 1. Yep, I said it. Out number 1. Bloomington making contact on nearly every pitch here in the second inning of play. And they got the numbers on the scoreboard to support it. 5 runs on 8 hits so far on 2 Bayport errors up to this point in the contest. First pitch to Patrick Simmons is in for a ball. He's 1 for 1. He had a single to right field back in the first inning. As Bloomington batted 8 of their 9 batters in the top of the first. And a strike is called there to move the count to 1-1. proud to be able to bring these games to you live here as they're going to run down between first and second. And he's safe at second. Going to the books as a stolen base. And Bloomington has another runner in scoring position as a result. Once again, it's 1 ball, 1 strike here to Patrick Simmons, who went to right field for a base hit on his last trip at the plate. This will be pitch number 40 for Jack Cruz. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And the runner goes to third, and that's a high fly ball to shallow right field. And the second baseman, Brady Daig, backpedals to make the catch, and Dylan Larson, who is almost all the way to third, hustles back to second quickly. Out number 2, and that brings up Ryan Sheehan. You got to think there that if Simmons would not have swung at that and just taken the pitch, there's a good possibility Larson would have stole third, no problem. I don't think Maslowski would have been able to get the throw over there in time because he had a big jump and he was showing some speed. 1 ball, no strike here to Ryan Sheehan. 0 for 1, popped out to the first baseman last time he was at the plate. And this one comes off the top of the bat, foul for a strike, and it's 1-1. Once again, runner on second is Dylan Larson for Bloomington. 5 runs on 8 hits so far here, and we're only in the top of the second. And the pitch is a little bit high for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two-1. They will call that a strike, and we're even at 2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner on second. And he has to duck down, and now full count, 3-2. And that'll be fouled away to the right side of the batter's box, out of play. Payoff pitch number 2. Ground ball to third base. He'll fire it over across the diamond, and the scoop, and he got it. Out number 3, a long 5-3 ground out, but nicely played ground out there by Tanner Kahn at third, over to Viola at first. And that brings us to the bottom of the second. Batters 7, 8, and 9, Jack Cruz, Tatro, and Maddox due up for Bayport when we return after this. It is 5-2 in favor of Bloomington on the Mandy's of FargoND.com scoreboard. We're back in a moment here on MSPN Digital Television. Stay tuned.
When one of us comes up short,
we all come up short.
There's no vape in team.
Think there are only school supplies in your child's backpack? Think again. 5 e-cigarettes were hiding in plain sight. Parents, do your homework.
Learn more about vaping at health.mn.gov/e-cigarettes.
All right, welcome back. Once again, 7, 8, and 9 here for Bayport. It'll start with Jack Cruz. We'll see Braden Tatro and Jesse Maddox descending as well. Tegan Yoder will toss pitch 22 on 21 pitches. He has 15 strikes and 6 balls. We're 34 minutes into the ball game now, and once again, it is a 5-2 lead for Bloomington here on the Mandy's of FargoND.com scoreboard. Other games today include the Fargo Post 100 Stars taking on the Bismarck Governors, and they played in a doubleheader last night. Stars got both games, and we'll see if they can get 3 in a row or if Bismarck can get one back here. Once again, that one is scheduled to start at 7:30 or, let's see here, what are we at? 5:30 now, this game here, or about 20 minutes after the conclusion of this game, whichever comes later. I think the later is the word I want to use. 1 ball, 1 strike now here to Jack Cruz. And that'll go in the books as strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Oh, that's right. I was going to check to see if the Twins are playing. I apparently did not do that during the commercial break. After the extended ending, I kind of forgot about it. Just go to my MLB app here while we wait for the 1-2 pitch, and that one's going to be fouled away, and we'll stay at 1 and 2. So a 6:10 start. Oh, okay, that makes sense. So they must be dealing with some weather or something, because, yeah, that game was supposed to start at like 2 o'clock today. And it says 6:10 is the estimated start time now, and that the start time is delayed. So 39 and 42 Twins taking on the 51 and 31 Tigers. That's a big game for the Twins. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count here to Jack Cruz. And he'll strike him out. Puts out number 1 on the board.
Batting 8th, number 6, right fielder, Braden Tatro.
Braden Tatro is the batter here. Tatro will foul that one off to the first base side, and strike 1 is the count. Bayport is in the dugout on the third base side. Bloomington's in the dugout on the first base side here at Starring Bank Field. And this one, a ground ball, chopped foul, but it's back to the batter's box where Jesse Maddox is standing, awaiting for his turn to bat. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes now with that pitch. Fouled away, and a ball. And the 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss, and he got him again. Another strikeout, and that puts 2 outs on the board and brings up Jesse Maddox.
Batting 9th, center fielder number 25, Jesse Maddox.
He has struck out 4, 1 looking and 3 swinging so far here in the contest. And he gets strike 1 there on Jesse Maddox. Swing and a miss, strike 2 on Jesse Maddox. So Tegan Yoder feeding the strike zone here. And the 0-2. And right back to Yoder, and they're going to say that was bounced foul out of the batter's box. It went off his left foot. According to our home plate umpire. Once again, our umpires today are Ryan Ingeman and Gary Brooks. They'll be doing this game, and then they will also be doing the second game tonight between the Stars and the Bismarck Governors. 0-2 on the inside, just missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 34 pitches for Yoder. This will be pitch 35 here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and he got him. He struck out his 5th batter of the game, and we go to the 3rd inning now here, and it's still a 5-2 ball game in favor of Bloomington. When we return after this here on MSPN Digital Television, stay tuned.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Welcome back to Starry and Bank Field. It'll be batters 7, 8, 9, the bottom of the order here for Bloomington. We have a 5-2 lead right now over Bayport in the opening game of the 2025 Pete FM Invite Invitational. All right, so some defensive changes here for Bayport. New pitcher on the mound here is going to be Braden Tatro. So that means Jack Cruz is done with 48 pitches unofficially. According to my numbers, it's 48 pitches, 31 strikes, 17 balls. Jack Cruz moves to center field. Jesse Maddox moves to right field. And Braden Tatro comes from right field onto the mound to pitch here for Bayport. And that pitch will be called ball 1 to TJ Frine, who got the infield single when nobody was covering first base last time he was at the plate. It was an infield RBI single, and he'll foul this one away. And we're even at a ball and a strike now here to TJ Frine. Jack Frine is on deck. We'll see Ray Jones once again. Let's batters 7, 8, and 9, the bottom of the order here in the top of the third inning. 5-2 lead for Bayport. Or for Bloomington, excuse me. 5 runs on 8 hits on 2 Bayport errors, and for Bayport, 2 runs on 2 hits on 1 Bloomington error. 2 balls and a strike now here to TJ Frine. Frine will see that pitch come to the inside for ball number 3. 3-1. And that'll walk him. So, TJ Frine's walk, they'll bring up Jack Frine. Jack Frine was struck out swinging last time he was at the plate, so he's 0 for 1 on the day so far. Tatro will take a look at TJ Frine on first and deliver the pitch. And this is a high fly ball to left field. Running in is Van Gust, and running back is Hogendorf, and neither one made the catch. That'll be a base hit because it was over Hogendorf's head and it was unable to be caught by Van Gust running in. So it'll be a base hit. And that puts 2 runners on. First and second brings up Ray Jones, who reached on an error. One of 2 errors for Bayport. That error was charged to the shortstop, Trey Hogendorf, last time he was at the plate. And the pitch outside for a ball. 1-0 here to Ray Jones. Top of the order, Will Vogel is on deck here. If no triple plays happen, we'll see him next for sure. And that's a high fly ball into shallow right center. Running in is Jack Cruz, and on the run he makes the catch. Nice grab there by Jack Cruz. And that puts out number 1 on the board, and the runners stay put.
Second baseman number 28, Will Vogel.
So as I said, back to the top of the order now. Will Vogel, 2 for 2, got a base hit to left on his first at bat, got an RBI base hit almost to the exact same spot and left on his most recent trip at bat to the plate. He'll take the first pitch as Tatro's able to paint the edge for strike number 1. The 0-1. Swung on, bouncing ball to third. Nice grab there by Kahn. He steps on the bag at first and fires over to first for a 5-3 double play. Gets TJ Freen out on the force out at third, and then throws Will Vogel out on the 5-3 ground out. So that is a double header or double play, and they leave one stranded on base as a result. And we move now to the bottom of the third. A quick defensive inning for Bayport. We'll see if they can respond by getting the bats going here when we return after this. Stay tuned. We're coming right back.
Here's your chance to support MSPN Digital Television in one of 3 ways. First, everyone can subscribe to the MSPN YouTube channel absolutely free. Second, individuals and families can choose one of 3 monthly YouTube memberships. Third, local businesses can choose one of 2 monthly YouTube sponsorships. Visit our YouTube channel and look for and click the Join button to select the option that's best for you. For more information, or to get answers to your questions about MSPN memberships and sponsorships, give us a call today at 701-491-6776.
All right, welcome back. 5-2 lead here for Bloomington over Bayport. Bayport coming up to bat after a big 5-3 double play to end the top of the third. And we'll see the top of the order now here for Bayport. Trey Hogendorf will lead it off, Brady Dagg, and Tanner Kahn. Tegan Yoder with pitch 36 to start this inning of play. Once again, broadcast coverage of the 2025 Pete Invitational Tournament brought to you by the FM Convention and Visitors Bureau of Fargo, as well as for our Stars games, the Frank's Lounge, Buffalo Wild Wings, Sweet Shots, Doolittle Woodfire Grill, TCI Insurance, Dakota Fins and Feathers, Marvin Windows and DMN Industries, and Vic's Lounge. Once again, if you want to participate in the chat, you are more than welcome to. You do have to subscribe to the channel. The reason why we set it up that way is because it prevents a lot of robots from getting into the chat if we just allow anybody to participate in the chat. So we set that to subscribers only, and that gets rid of 99% of the robots that like to chime in on the chat. So no balls and 2 strikes here to Trey Hogendorf. He struck out looking last time. Yoder struck out 5 of the 5 of the 9 batters that he has faced so far. It took 35 pitches to get through the first 9 batters. And now we're at 2-2. 2 strikes and 2 balls. And we'll see where the 2-2 pitch goes here for Yoder. Right down the middle and a little bit low by the shoelaces. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes now here to Trey Hogendorf. Once again, Brady Dagg is on deck. The windup of the payoff pitch. And he got him. That's his 6th strikeout. It's the second one to go down looking now here for Yoder. And that will bring up Brady Dagg. 0 for 1. Grounded out to the shortstop last time he was at the plate. And this one's going to be popped up first base side, and he'll run out of room. He will run out of room on that first base side to make a play. So be fouled for a strike. It's 0-1. And, of course, if you're enjoying it, we encourage you to hit the thumbs up button. That certainly helps out as well. Ball 1 here to Brady Dagg. 0 for 1 once again with a ground out to the, I believe it was shortstop. Yep, shortstop. 1-1 pitch, and he painted the edge for strike 2, and he's potentially a pitch away from his 7th strikeout of the game, and we're only in the 3rd inning. And fouled away, so we'll stay tight at 1-2. Ooh, Jack Frine trying to get a frame job over the outer edge of the plate there, but did not fool the home plate umpire there, but it was a nice attempt. And we moved to 2-2. And now 3-2 as he pushes another one outside. Now we'll see where Yoder goes with this one. My guess, inside and high. Fastball maybe? No, it's going to be outside and no walk 'em. So I was totally wrong on that one. Makes me wonder if maybe he lost control of that pitch there, and that's probably not where he intended to throw it. First pitch is outside for a ball to Tanner Kahn. 0 for 1, reached on an error, the lone error of the game here for Bloomington, and that was charged to the shortstop Ray Jones. Ball 1 now here to Tanner Kahn. Yoder will set and deliver. And a hard hit ball towards third. Nice grab there by Dylan Larson. Up to second, over to first. They will not get him in time. They do get the lead runner out though. And that is Brady Dog. So Tanner Kahn will reach on a fielder's choice as they get the lead runner out on a 5-4. And that last pitch there from Yoder was pitch 50, 18 balls and 32 strikes. Here's Owen Maslowski, 1 for 1 with an infield single last time he was at the plate. Had a little dribbler towards third and was able to run it out. Here's ball 1 as it's pushed to the outside. And there's a strike. And that's going to allow the runner to get up to second. Tanner Kahn will go to second. And are they saying it hit him? They must say it hit him because it's only a 1-1 count, and he's on his way to first. So Ryan Van Gunst with 2 away and 2 runners on. First and second here for Bayport. Can they get something going with 2 outs on the board? He called that a strike. Interesting. Awesome, I think. Unless you're a Bayport fan, then probably not awesome, but 0-1 to count. Van Gus will foul it away for strike 2. Maybe I blinked and missed something. No balls and 2 strikes. Van Gus 1 for 1. Got a single over the head of the shortstop or the head of the second baseman, excuse me, into shallow right center field. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And he'll jump out of the way of that one, and it's a little bit low. We're at 2 balls and 2 strikes now here. Tegan Yoder looking for his 8th strikeout of the game. And he will not get it on that pitch. We have a full count, 3-2. And that is fouled away. First base side now to play. We'll stay tight at 3-2. Strike, fouled away. Ball, and then fouled away. That's how the pitches have gone so far here. Runners on first and second. Tanner Kahn on second. Owen Maslowski on first. And the payoff pitch again. And it's fouled away again. 3 fouled away pitches in the last 6. The other 3 of those 6 were balls. And then the first pitch came across as a strike. Tegan Yoder looking for that 8th strikeout of the game. Here's another payoff pitch. And that will be a line drive shot and a nice catch by Brendan Lucas in right field. It will strand the 2 runners on base, and they will get no runs as a result. We go now to the 4th inning of play. It is still 5-2 Bloomington here on the Mandy's of FargoND.com scoreboard. We'll take a break and be back with more in just a moment. Stay tuned.
It's payback time.
It's not fun being the target of rude behavior. Sports has many traditions, but bad sportsmanship isn't one of them. This message brought to you by MSPN Digital Television.
All right, welcome back to Starling Bank Field, home of one of 4 locations for the 2025 Pete FM Invite Invitational. I suppose invite and invitational mean the same thing. I could have found a way to not say both words, but hey, I did find a way to say both words and make it sound good. At least I thought so. Brendan Lucas, Dylan Larson, Ethan Agri. Batters 2, 3, and 4 for Bloomington will be how they go here. I believe Braden Tatro is still on the mound. I haven't heard anything as far as changes, but seems like we're taking a little bit longer. Nope, it is indeed Tatro. So we'll just get a little bit longer break, I guess. So maybe they're delayed or something. Brendan Lucas, 2 for 2, a single and a double. Just needs a triple and a home run for the Senko. 5 runs on 9 hits on 2 Bayport errors for Bloomington through 3 innings of play. Batters 2, 3, and 4 to start the 4th. And that is a high fly ball into the gap in right center. Maddox running after it, and he's able to make the grab. 1 pitch, 1 out. And a nice play there by Maddox.
Third baseman number 9, Dylan Larson.
Now bring up Dylan Larson. 1 pitch, 1 out. That's the best efficiency you could ask for from your pitcher, Braden Tatro. See if he can make it 2 for 2 or not. And a high fly ball to center. Jack Cruz is running back and backpedaling. He's got the catch. That's 2 outs. Twins game should be starting here momentarily. Once again, they're scheduled to start at 6:10. We're at 5:57 local time. So 2 pitches and 2 outs now. And, well, can he go 3 for 3? When I said can he go 2 for 2, it worked. We'll see if 3 for 3 does the same trick or not. Ethan Agri, 1 for 2, a single to right, and a fly out to the center fielder, who at that time was Jesse Maddox, who moved over to right field when Tatro came in from right to take over on the mound, and he throws a strike here, and it's 0-1 to Agri. Agri will see strike 2. We're 2 minutes in front of the 1 hour mark of this ball game here. And that one will miss for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Once again, Tatro pitching, Maslowski catching, Eviola at first, Dag at second, Ogendorf the shortstop, Kahn at third. And this is a high fly ball that goes to left field, and that is caught by Ryan Van Gust. Or was it? No, it was not.
Center fielder number 7, Patrick Simmons.
It will be the 10th hit of the game. I thought the sun is kind of blocking my vision out there in left field, so apologize for not calling that correctly there. So they got a runner on now here. And they'll try the pickoff attempt, but Agri's back in time. And a little bouncer right back to Tatro. He will scoop it over to Eviola for the out. They'll strand 1 on base, and we go now to the bottom of the 4th as Simmons grounds out. Brings up Eviola, Cruz, and Tatro. Batters 6, 7, and 8 when we return after this. Stay tuned.
good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back. That first pitch came across for a ball. Brody Vola is the batter. He's 0 for 1, struck out swinging. He's one of 7 strikeout victims here for Tegan Yoder. And he'll take strike 1 there. We'll even up the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Jack Cruz and Braden Tatro will be the other 2 batters we'll see for sure for Bayport here in this half of the inning. That one's fouled out of the batter's box, and we're looking at strike 2 now. So Yoder, possibly a pitch away from his 8th strikeout. 2 looking and 5 swinging so far here on the 7 strikeouts. We're at 2-2 now. And the pitch, and that's fouled out of the batter's box, and we'll stay at 2-2. The Twins game has, it appears that they're going to finally get started. They're in their pregame show right now, so as that game continues, we'll give you updates on scores on that game. Nice hit, but it's going to be likely a ground out. Ray Jones will pick it up and fire it over, 6-3, and that's out number 1. Was able to get the bat on it there, but Ray Jones was ready.
Center fielder number 8, Jack Cruz.
Jack Cruz will step up to the plate now here. He's 0 for 1. He's one of the other 7 strikeout victims of Tegan Yoder. And he'll lay down a bunt, and that one will stay fair, and he might bunt for a hit. And no, yes, he's safe. Originally, the umpire put his fist up and then 2 safe calls to follow that. So he bunts for a hit, and he's on base. Braden Tatro now. And did they get him? They got him. He's out. Still no pitch here to Tatro, but Jack Cruz picked off. And 1 ball, no strike here to Tatro, who also struck out swinging on his last at bat. And now it's 2 balls and no strikes here to Tatro. Swing and a miss, strike 1. And he'll miss on the inside edge, and he's been missing a lot recently here. He was feeding the strike zone nonstop. Now he's starting to miss the strike zone. We'll see if that changes here or not. He'll earn strike 2 on that fouled away pitch, and now full count here. He's had full counts on the last 3 batters he's faced. Payoff pitch. Fouled away. We'll do it again. Sunny skies, 77 degrees here in Fargo. Dakota Fins and Feathers. You can find them on YouTube along with FM Convention and Visitors Bureau sponsoring today's broadcast of Bloomington Post 550 along with Bayport Post 491. And that'll be a walk, and I'll put 2 runners on, or 1 runner on base, excuse me. Outside for a ball, 1-0. And popped up and foul. Nobody will make a play on that one. We're at 1-1. Once again, our second and final game of day 1 coming up at approximately 7:30. The Fargo Post 400 Stars and the Bismarck Governors, which will be 2 teams that these 2 teams will also play in pool play here over the course of tomorrow. And that is a ball 3. So 3 balls and a strike now here to Jesse Maddox. 80 pitches for Yoder. 47 strikes, 33 balls, make that 48 strikes, and a 3 balls, 2 strike count, and now a full count on 4 back-to-back batters now. Had struck out 7, he's still looking for his 8th strikeout, and now we'll have a visit to the mound. So while we have the opportunity, we'll take a peek at that schedule for tomorrow, and we will have a pitching change as well. So Yoder's done. He struck out 7, 81 pitches, 48 strikes, 33 balls, according to my numbers. And we have a new pitcher, and that will be, looks like number 34, and number 34 on the roster is Jack Lateral. So Jack Lateral will be the new pitcher here for Bloomington Post 550. So as I mentioned, the Stars and Bismarck Governors play tonight after this game at approximately 7:30. Then we'll calm things down, and then we'll get ready for a big day tomorrow starting at 12 noon. Bayport fans, your 12 noon game against the Bismarck Governors will be live here on MSPN. And then at 2:30, Bloomington fans, your game against the Bismarck Governors will be live here on MSPN. And then Bloomington will have back-to-back games. After they finish up with the Governors, they'll take on the Fargo Post 400 Stars at approximately 5 p.m. tomorrow. And then at 7:30 tomorrow night, scheduled start time, it will be Bayport once again taking on the Fargo Post 400 Stars. So that will complete the pool play. And then on Sunday, we'll have 2 games, one at 9:30 a.m., one at 12 noon p.m., and those matchups are to be determined based on the results of pool play here and the results of pool play at the other 3 locations. So that's what we can tell you about Sunday's games. So whoever's playing in those Sunday games at 9:30 and 12 noon, we'll have them for you here on MSPN Digital Television. At least that's the plan from the boss man, I think. So right now the watch links for Friday and Saturday are on our YouTube channel. I haven't seen any watch links for Sunday. So I think we're doing those games, but I don't know. I guess I'll have to talk to the boss man and find out. So Jack Lateral comes in mid-count and has to try and deliver a strike on a 3-2 count here to Jesse Maddox. And a ground ball right to first. And that'll be a direct ground out. And that will strand one on base. And that will end the 4th inning of play. So Jack Lateral comes in and gets the one out on one pitch that they needed to end the inning. And we move now to the top of the fifth when we return after this. Stay tuned.
Here's your chance to support MSPN Digital Television in one of three ways. First, everyone can subscribe to the MSPN YouTube channel absolutely free. Second, individuals and families can choose one of 3 monthly YouTube memberships. Third, local businesses can choose one of 2 monthly YouTube sponsorships. Visit our YouTube channel and look for and click the Join button to select the option that's best for you. For more information, or to get answers to your questions about MSPN memberships and sponsorships, give us a call today at 701-491-6776.
All right, welcome back. Let's see here. Did they change the batter? Or I thought I heard something else on our PA announcer here. Number 6.
Govern batting for Ryan Sheehan.
There we go. Okay, yep, that's right, because I had Ryan Sheehan up to deck. So it will be Tyler McGovern, who'll be stepping into the number 6 spot in the batting lineup here to face Braden Tatro, and that was pitch 18 from Tatro, and it comes across for ball 1. 1-0 here to, and that is foul for a strike. One ball and 2 strikes. A little high for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And he will be tagged out. He'll be a drop third strike, and he'll be tagged out. He'll go into the books as a strikeout. And now TJ Frine, the batter. And the pitch, he's looking to square up, and that one will bounce away for ball 1. TJ Frine's 1 for 1 at a single and a walk in the game so far. And the pitch inside for ball 2. And this one is a ground ball right to first base, and Viola will pick it up and step on the bag for out number 2.
Catcher number 4, Jack Frine.
Jack Frine will be the batter now. 1 hour and 13 minutes into the game. Nothing in 1 there on a swing and a miss by Frine. Just checking in on the Twins game. I'm watching it here in the box, and the graphic says weather delay. So they have not gotten started yet. And that will be a pop out there to the, I believe it was the shortstop who made the catch. It was in that general area. I couldn't quite see due to the sun. We'll record it as a short out, pop out to the shortstop, and we will Nobody left on base this time around, and we will go now to the bottom, or to the bottom of the fifth. And it'll be the top of the order. It'll be Hogendoff, Degg, and Kahn. When we return after this, stay tuned. We're coming right back on MSPN Digital Television.
It's payback time. Zapali, 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 Zapali.
It's not fun being the target of rude behavior. Sports has many traditions, but bad sportsmanship isn't one of them. This message brought to you by MSPN Digital Television.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back. Jack Lateral back on the mound here for second inning of work after coming in for Yoder, who I believe had 81 or 84 pitches, something like that, when he was pulled from the game. Once again, the Twins and Tigers still in a weather delay, so whenever that starts, we may or may not give you updates. Right now, it looks like I'm watching the Detroit Tigers broadcast. They're taking questions from their X feed, I believe. So, once again, no updates. It's Try Hogendorf, 0 for 2, a pair of strikeouts, went down looking both times. And he'll take the first pitch for ball one here from his first plate appearance against Jack Lateral. Ball two. Fouled away for a strike, and we're at 2-1 now. Two-one pitch, and that's going to be bouncing ball to third, picked up there by Dylan Larson, and he fires it over to complete the 5-3 ground out.
Second baseman number 13, Brady Degg.
So one gone now, and Brady Degg 0 for 1 with a ground out to short and a walk. And he'll foul that one off. Gets a tiny piece of it off the end of his bat, and it'll be strike one. Hour and 17 minutes into the ball game now. Jack Lateral now on pitch number 7. Since coming in with, I believe, 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th is when he came in. And that's ball one. So 1 ball, 1 strike. As we get deeper into pool play here, we'll start to bring you. Looks like the umpire may have gotten hit by that ball there. Hopefully he's okay. And they will call it. What will they call it here? Batter stepping away from the box, at least momentarily he is, as Jack Freen goes up to have some one-on-one words with Jack Lateral. With that, I forgot what I was talking about just a moment right before that all happened. So if I remember it, I'll come back to it. Don't have instant replay with audio available, so 2-1. Got the strike there, and it's 2-2. And he'll swing and miss. Foul tip caught for a strikeout, and out number 2. Tanner Kahn, the batter now, 0 for 2, reached on an error and reached on a fielder's choice. And the first pitch for a ball. 1-0 here to Tanner Kahn. And a strike on the outside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike now here to Tanner Kahn. Owen Mislowski is the batter on deck. We'll see if we get to him now with 2 outs. And that one just missed, and we'll be at 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Ball, strike, ball, and swing and a miss strike to bring us to the 2-2 count. And this will be pitch 15 for Jack Latterlow. And a bouncing ball towards second base. Vogel will pick it up and fire it over to Sheehan for the out. And that will retire here. The Bayport down in order, 1, 2, 3 in the bottom half of the 5th. We move to the 6th inning of play. No scoring since the 2nd when Post 550 took the 5-2 lead. Can they hang on to it for 6 more outs and maybe add to it? We're about to find out when we return after this. Stay tuned. Welcome back. 5-2 in favor of Post 550 from Bloomington, Minnesota, over Post 491 out of Bayport, Minnesota, kind of by the Stillwater, Minnesota area, just near the Wisconsin border. That's how I understand it by looking at the map. And once again, no update on the Twins. They're still in a weather delay, so that's your latest update on that, is that there is no update. Games tomorrow, Bayport and Bismarck at 12 noon, Bloomington and Bismarck at 2:30, Fargo Post 400 Stars in Bloomington at 5 p.m., and the Fargo Post 400 Stars versus Bayport at 7:30 p.m. And then 2 games on Sunday at 9:30 and 12 noon as well. So we have a pitching change here. Let's see here. Braden Tatro is now playing second base. And that will bring Brady Dagg onto the mound to pitch here for no, hang on. Oh, yeah. Yep, no, I was right. Okay, no, not Brady Dagg. It's Tanner Kahn who's pitching. Okay, I knew something wasn't right there. So that means we have a new third baseman, and that appears to be number 16, and that is Don Tamburo, if I'm saying that correctly. Where are we at? We're at 1 ball, 1 strike now here to Ray Jones. He's 0 for 2, reached on an error and a fly out to right center field on his last trip to the plate. Swing and a miss here for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Low and out for ball 2. 2-2 from Tanner Kahn. Swung on and right over to shortstop. Hogendorf picks it up, fires it over into the glove of Eviola, and that is out number 1. Well, looks like the Twins game, they have players warming up now, so maybe soon they'll get started. I don't know. Will Vogel, top of the order. He's 2 for 3. Had a single to left, an RBI, single to left, and a ground out to third. He likes the left side of the field, apparently. No balls and a strike, and now 1 ball, 1 strike. One. He'll duck down, take ball 2 on that one. Ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike here to Will Vogel. And they'll call that a strike. So he caught the very edge of the plate there on that pitch, and there'll be a full count now here to Will Vogel. Single, and a ground out. 2 singles to left, ground out to third. 1 hour and 27 minutes, time of the game so far. And he'll strike him out. He got him looking. So that puts 2 outs on the board, brings up Brendan Lucas. Once again, you can hear that it's pretty windy right now. Ball 1. Lucas 2 for 3, singled to left, he doubled to left, and he would fly out to right. 1-0 with 2 away, nobody on. Swing and a miss, strike 1. There's a strike, and it'll be 1-2. Three balls and 2 strikes now here to Brendan Lucas. Dylan Larson is on deck with 2 outs. We'll see if we get to him or not here. Doesn't like the first signal from Mazalski, and he'll take the second and deliver the payoff. And this is a bouncing ball right up towards first. Nobody there except the pitcher, and he dropped it. And now he'll be safe on base as a result of that.
Bloomington batting for Dylan Larson, number 1, Jojo Taverna.
So now in the number 3 spot, Dylan Larson was 1 for 3 with a strikeout, single, and a flyout. And it will be see if I catch a jersey number. I didn't hear the runner will go to second, and I think he's going to be out. Yes, he will. That will strand the Bloomington batter on his at-bat.
Bloomington, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left.
And we'll be back with more in a moment here on MSPN Digital Television. Stay tuned.
sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back. Starring Bank Field, and over at the Twins game, the teams are taking the field finally.
For Bayport, catcher number 22, Owen Meslowski.
Owen Meslowski 1 for 1, single and hit by a pitch so far here in the contest. And now he's looking at a 2 balls, no strike count. Ryan Van Gust and Brody Eviola will be the batters, pending possible changes here by the Bayport coaching staff. And that one's going to miss. Twins lineup, Buxton, Larnach, Castro in 1, 2, 3. Carrera, Wallner, and Lee in the middle of the order. And Clemens, Bader, and Vasquez at 7, 8, and 9. They are getting ready to go between the Twins and the Tigers. And it's been a long delay of at least 3 hours and 10, 20 minutes, something like that. 3 balls, 2 strikes here to Owen Meslowski. And a little grounder towards third. Dylan Larson runs up, fires it over in time. Got the first out.
Taverna, great play for the first out. Left fielder number 14, Ryan Van Gunst.
One ball, no strike to Ryan Van Gus. He singled to right center, and he had a line drive out to right center. And this is a ground out to the shortstop for out number 2.
First baseman number 20, Brody Eviola.
Brody Eviola 0 for 2, struck out swinging and grounded out to the shortstop on his 2 trips to the plate so far today. Once again, after this game concludes, we'll have a break. I'm not sure if they'll start early or not. 7:30 is the scheduled start time for the Stars and the Governors. No balls and 2 strikes. Jack Lateral, can he finish this inning here on this pitch? Yes, he can. He'll strike him out, and that will take care of business here in the 6th inning of play. We go to the 7th. It's still 5-2 in favor of Bloomington, and we're back in a moment. Here, stand by on MSPN Digital Television.
Later, next game coming up, approximately 7:30, we'll have Bismarck.
It's payback time. Is that body? Is that body? Is that body? Is that body? Is that body?
It's not fun being the target of rude behavior. Sports has many traditions, but bad sportsmanship isn't one of them. This message brought to you by MSPN Digital Television.
Here's your chance to support MSPN Digital Television in one of three ways. First, everyone can subscribe to the MSPN YouTube channel absolutely free. Second, individuals and families can choose one of 3 monthly YouTube memberships. Third, local businesses can choose one of 2 monthly YouTube sponsorships. Visit our YouTube channel and look for and click the Join button to select the option that's best for you. For more information or to get answers to your questions about MSPN memberships and sponsorships, give us a call today at 701-491-6776.
All right, welcome back. Tanner Kahn going to try and finish this one out and keep the score at 5-2 to give Bayport a chance to come back in the bottom of the 7th inning here. As they find themselves down by 3 here on the MandySafarGoinD.com scoreboard. Don't forget our next game starting at 7:30 during the commercial break. They announced that over the PA system. So it is indeed a 7:30 start for the Fargo Post 400 Stars and the Bismarck Governors. So that'll give us, the way it's looking, just shy of an hour, depending on how long this 7th inning goes. Tanner Kahn has pitched 18 pitches so far, so we pitched 19 to start the top of the 7th. And a ground ball towards second, picked up there by Tatro, and he will fire it over to Eviola for the first out. So it's a 4-3 ground out here for Bloomington on their first batter. And there's a bouncing ball to third, and that's a 5-3 ground out for out number 2. Patrick Simmons is the scheduled batter.
Center fielder number 7, Patrick Simmons.
And it will indeed be Simmons. He'll step into the batter's box. He's 1 for 3 today. He had a single to right field, shallow right. Since then, he would fly out to shallow right, and he would ground out back to the pitcher. And this one popped up, and it could be the third baseman. No, it'll be the shortstop, Hogendorf, who makes the catch for out number 3. So we go to the bottom of the 7th. 3 up, 3 down here for Bloomington, and one last chance for Bayport. When we return after this, stay tuned.
When one of us comes up short,
We all come up short.
there's no vape in team.
Think there are only school supplies in your child's backpack? Think again. 5 e-cigarettes were hiding in plain sight. Parents, do your homework.
Learn more about vaping at health.mn.gov/e-cigarettes.
All right, welcome back. A few changes here for Bloomington defensively. Your new pitcher is going to be Ray Jones. He's warming up on the mound. Coming into the game for the first time will be the new shortstop, Bjorn Golden. And then now playing at first base is Tyler McGovern, number 6. So McGovern at first, Golden at short, and Ray Jones the new pitcher. And that's the only changes that we could, that I think we've been able to confirm during that commercial break. We're 1 hour and 40 minutes into the broadcast now, and it's going to be Jack Cruz, Braden Tatro, and Jesse Maddox as the scheduled batters. Bottom of the order, 7, 8, and 9 is how they roll here in the bottom of the 7th, and they need at least 3 runs to force the 8th. They take the first pitch as a strike there. Jack Cruz, one of 7 strikeout victims for the opening pitcher for Bloomington. And 1 ball, 1 strike, the count now, or no balls, 2 strikes. I guess they called that last pitch a strike. Outside, now it's ball 1. They are officially playing between the Twins and Tigers. That game is in Detroit tonight. A game that was supposed to be an afternoon game, but it's now a tonight game. 2 balls and 2 strikes. They're in the bottom of the first, still no score. And there's a strikeout. That's out number 1. Got him looking. Festa is on the mound for the Minnesota Twins. And it will be Braden Tatro takes the first pitch for a strike. 0 for 1. Struck out swinging and a walk. Strike 2 is called. 1 down here. Can Ray Jones get another strikeout here? Just missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on right up the middle and into center field for a base hit. I'll put a runner on. Once again, they need 3 runs to force the 8th or 4 runs to walk it off and win here in the bottom of the 7th. So a base hit for Tatro right up the middle, and that'll bring up the next batter, Jesse Maddox. 0 for 2, struck out swinging, and a ground out. And a strike is called there on Maddox as Tatro gave some thought about potentially stealing. A quick look from Jones, and he'll fire over. And safe at first on the pickoff attempt there. And a strike is called. We're at 1 ball and 2 strikes, or 1 ball, 1 strike. We're at 1 ball, 1 strike. Thought it was a strike called, but I guess not. There's a strike. Jones will take a look at Tatro on first, and he'll fire over. And back in time is Tatro, no problem. And this one fouled off into the netting, and now we're at 1 ball and 2 strikes. We'll stay, or we were at 1 ball and 2 strikes, and we'll stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tried to paint the edge and missed. Ball 2. And that will be dribbled foul, and we'll stay at 3-2 once again. So strike, ball, strike, fouled away, ball, foul. It's how the pitches have come across the plate so far, with a couple of pick-off attempts in the middle of all that. And they'll get him. caught the edge and got him looking, and that will put out 2 on the board and bring up Trey Hogendorf.
Shortstop, number 3, Trey Hogendorf.
Swinging and a miss, strike 1 here to Hogendorf. 0 for 3, struck out looking twice, and he grounded out to the third baseman on his last trip to the plate. Jones will lean in, get the signal here from Frine. He'll set, nod, and deliver. And that is going to be foul, and it's good for strike number 2. So Bayport down to its final strike now. And that one's going to pop away. That will allow Tatro to move to second, and it'll be ball 1. Two and 2 now. And that's going foul, and we'll stay right where we're at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, a runner on second. A 3-run lead here for Bloomington. They do have a runner in scoring position, but they're going to have some work to do here with 2 outs if they want to tie this game up, and that won't matter now. He swings and misses and strikes out. They strand the runner on base, and that'll be your final score. 5 runs on 11 hits on 2 errors. I should say 2 errors there for post 491.
Tomorrow noon against Bismarck, and Bloomington will be right behind him at 2:30 against Bismarck. Ball game here in Game 1. The session stands open. You can pick up hot dogs.
And they both left 5 on base. So there we are. No, that's not right either. It's 7 and 4. So, oh well. Otherwise, your score is right. Let's put it that way. 5 runs on 11 hits, 2 runs on 4 hits, 1 error, 2 errors, and the only thing left that wasn't right was the left on base. So we got 7 left on base here for post 550, and then for Bayport we have only 4 left on base. So 1 hour and 47 minutes time of the game. We'll be back here in just under an hour at approximately 7:15 for the pregame show for Bismarck and Bismarck and Fargo Post 400, I should say. And once again, the Twins game in the top of the second now, 0-0. We'll give you another update when we come back on with our second game here in just under an hour from now here on MSPN Digital Television. Once again, every game of today and tomorrow at least of the 2025 Pete invite is going to be live here on MSPN Digital Television.
The proceeding has been a copyrighted presentation of MSPN Digital Television. Follow us online by searching MSPN DTV on YouTube and X to find broadcast schedules, on-demand broadcasts, and more. Thanks for watching MSPN Digital Television.